and take VT2.
Coming up on TV 10 News, Stop, Drop, and Roll now has a younger brother. We'll talk about what this new catchphrase has to do with.
Plus, more on a propaganda threat towards New York City from ISIS. And we will learn more about the leader of the Paris attacks that happened last week.
And we'll recap what happened in the world of Chicago sports last night. All of this coming up now.
All right, stand by.
Your campus, your community, your life. This is Bloomington Normal's one and only live newscast, TV 10 News.
And take camera 2 and cue.
Metcalf and University High School are taking extra measures to train for an active shooter situation. Good afternoon, I'm Selena Prada.
And I'm Jenny Valek. And they've trained for a program that could benefit their staff and their students. TV 10's Jeff Burnett has more. Jeff?
And take it and cue 'em.
Thanks, Jenny. This morning I talked with administrators about a new program that trains teachers how to better protect themselves and their students.
And take it, sound full.
Faculty and staff at Metcalf Elementary and University High School are looking for a proactive way to prepare for an active shooter. The run, hide, and fight approach is related to the Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, Evacuate training program known as ALICE.
We went to this training and it was more of a proactive way in regards to empowering our teachers to make decisions on their own.
ISU police teamed up with faculty from both schools to create the exercise.
We got ISU Health and
Camera
Safety.
2, can you get an OTS?
Eric Hodge is involved with that information.
Thank you,
Mr. Woodruff actually went to the training as well over the summer, and we discussed how we could glean some of that information that we received through that training and put it into place for Run, Hide, Fight, which is what we use here.
The program's name is meant to be easily remembered like Stop, Drop, and Roll.
Run, Hide, Fight kind of became kind of the standard practice, and that was developed through the City of Houston and Department of Homeland Security. And so we find that Run, Hide, Fight is much easier for people to remember, and we developed the emergency response guides that you find in the classrooms around campus. All of them use the Run, Hide, Fight information.
Since school shootings have become more common, the best way to combat a shooter situation is to be alert and report those who might need help.
We really want people to think about the prevention side, because prevention is the key part. So we do spend quite a bit of time talking about reporting behaviors of concern and getting these people that need help ahead of time, getting that help to them before something bad happens. So
take camera 3. Thank
now,
you.
talking with Police Chief Woodruff, he says that ISU is looking at using the Run, Hide, and Fight training program for university staff, but says that they will have to apply the program to a university situation.
All right, and take camera 2, read in.
Thanks, Jeff. And after being vacant for the last decade, the former ISU building for Family, Consumer, and Sciences major is down. Built in 1939, the Rambo House was originally home to seniors studying home economics. Students who lived there put what they were learning into practical use, and it was later transformed in the 60s for alumni services. Until it was permanently closed down in 2005, it is now being planned to use as a parking lot for students.
And take camera 1, read in.
A Leroy man accused of hitting his girlfriend with his car has pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor charge of domestic battery. According to police reports, Edward Kidlahan was arguing with his girlfriend inside of his car, and when she got out, he drove into her. He then started yelling at her, accusing her of breaking his side view mirror. Kidlahan has been sentenced to a month in jail.
All right, and read out. Read back in.
And McLean County Sheriff's deputies are participating in No Shave November, a national campaign to raise awareness and money in support of cancer prevention, research, and education. This is all in hopes that it will help a Leroy teen battling cancer. According to the Panagraph, 25 deputies are involved, and Sheriff John Sandage had to approve a temporary exemption of department rules that prohibit deputies from wearing beards. Officers also donated $50 each to participate, and the money will be given to the family of 16-year-old Tommy Pruitt, who is battling brain cancer.
Go ahead and take camera 1.
A local school dedicated a piece of history today. Thomas Metcalf School buried a 25-year capsule this morning. Staff members and each of their classes donated items ranging from newspaper articles and lesson plans to even their favorite ties. Buttons with a save the date were handed out at the ceremony, and by the time the capsule is reopened, they hope those present today will be able to meet once again.
All right, and take camera 2.
In a world consumed by social
Ready,
media,
smack.
it isn't surprising that today's most popular stars aren't even old enough to tweet, blog, or create a Facebook page.
Frame
TV
sync,
10's
sorry.
Lauren Tippett is reporting from our Social Media Analytics Command Center lab with more on this topic. Lauren?
All right, take it. Kira.
It's no surprise that when you scroll down
Ready,
your
V3.
Facebook or Instagram feed, you'll see multiple photos and videos that parents post of their children. But how much is too much when it comes to parents sharing their lives
All
of
right,
their
roll V3.
children with the world of the internet?
Roll it, and sound full. Take it. Thank you.
Teenagers and young adults are constantly being told to be careful of what they post on social media.
All right.
But what about rules
All
for
right.
parents who post too much about their kids? Sharenting is when
ready. Oh my
parents
God,
share
Black
too
King.
much of their children's information, pictures, and private moments online, mostly on Facebook. Many parents feel that social media offers a source to gather tips on parenting quickly, with most posts being about kids getting sleep, eating tips, discipline, and behavioral problems.
All right, and take it back to frame sync.
But how do the kids
Ready,
feel
camera one.
about eventually seeing their posts from when they were really young back on social media that their parents post? Now, of course, you'll see cute pictures of little babies and maybe the first swing experience. But what about embarrassing photos about falling asleep with your mouth open, or posts about you being sick? And then there's also internet dangers that you have to think about as well. Now, catfishing on the internet explains that usually someone takes a photo of yours and then pretends to be you, but that people are starting to do that now with pictures of children pretending that their children, the perpetrator's children, are their own as well. Now parents are being told that there are some new rules for the internet and that they need to think about the Times Square method, which would be if this photo of your child were to be on Times Square, would you like that or not? Or to think about your children's future employer if you would like them seeing that as well. Now that's all I have today. Back to you ladies at the desk.
All right, take camera one. Kira.
Thank you, Lauren.
Ready,
A professor
V2.
of English at ISU spoke yesterday afternoon
And roll.
about the beautiful pictures
it.
and textual design
Under.
inside of
Ready,
a
V3.
popular novel. Jan Susina spoke at Milner Library about the changing nature of illustrations in Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, which were the first of their kind. Highlighting the 150th anniversary of its publication, the talk celebrated the classic
All right, roll
children's
BT3.
book.
And mix it. Roll BT3. Oh, this is.
It's a really interesting illustrated book about John Tenniel's the illustrator.
Ready, camera
Every
two.
3 pages, there's a wonderful illustration. It's well integrated where it
yes.
combines
Camera two,
words
can
and
you get a
pictures.
two-shot?
In fact, that's how Alice in Wonderland begins. What is the use of a book without pictures and conversation? And Carroll really gives us that kind of book, and I think it's fascinating both visually and verbally.
Stand by. And take it. All right, ready,
And
CD
coming
low.
up, an update on a famous
Roll
food chain
CD.
spokesperson that's receiving his sentencing today
Ready,
on
BT2.
child pornography
Roll
charges.
BT2.
Plus,
And
we
take
have
it.
more information on the leader of the Paris attacks that
Ready,
happened
BT3.
a couple days ago. All that after the break. Stay tuned.
All right, and bring the sound full. Flip the mic. Mix and roll BT3. And 3, 2, 1. Mix and roll BT3 with audio. Good job, guys.
Your
All right.
college.
Camera 1, you're gonna get a weather 3 shot. Camera 2, you're gonna get the 2 shot. Camera 3, get the wall weather.
Your high school.
And looks like he's about to ready. Mic check.